Hey, I'm Coach Quinton Morgan, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking it, you up next. Keep the wins go hard. Rise and star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, heard to say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
Who got next? Oh, my bad. SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow, rising stars, amazing human beings who are out there living big dreams and accomplishing big things. And today, this is a special one. I know I say a lot of them special, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time, we got a trailblazer. It will never be another first head coach of football. And y'all know I'm the football guy, but we got him. Quinton Morgan, head coach of Langston University, HBCU in the house. This dude used to play former football. He's a former professional football player. And he's also representing my state, Louisiana. Put your L's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome Quinton Morgan to the Sports Life Talk family. How you doing today, Coach?
Man, I'm great. Thank you guys for the invitation. It's just been a pleasure.
Oh, man, we're finna have some fun. We're finna have some fun, Coach. We're finna talk a little football today. But before we get to Coach, allow me to introduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the Louisiana, Mr. Yeet himself. I'm rocking alongside my brother, my co-host, the architect, the guru, the head the coach, KT. Kevin, I don't.
Oh no, B. Jones, stop playing. We know who's the head coach on this show. It's not me right now. It's Coach Morgan. But before you ask me how I'm feeling, I'm just go ahead and let you know now. He's from Louisiana. You're from Louisiana. I already know how this show is about to go. So I'm ready for whatever. Let's go, B. Jones.
Hey, well, the associate head coach, I appreciate that for you coming up. Hey, check this out. If this is your first time checking out our channel, our platform, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you. It means a lot to Kevin and I. We work very hard to bring you amazing shows and amazing content, and we can't do it without your love and support. So we got to stop down and ask you guys to do a few little laundry items, right? To help us pay the bills. Hey, we need you to share this show. Right now, you watching it, you about to get into this story, send it to somebody else. Say, hey, I'm watching this, you watch it too. Because what Coach got to say is something that everybody out there need to hear. And the second thing is, we got to keep this mission in 2022 going. We halfway home before we hit to the next level, and that is smash that subscribe button. On the count of three, in Sports Life Talk tradition, Coach Morgan. I got to call him Coach Morgan now. I was calling him McQuinton. I don't know. He got that look in his eye.
Hey, everybody call me Coach. Hey, listen, everybody call me Coach Q around here in Langston, Oklahoma. Yeah.
I ain't trying to back crawl.
Feel free, Coach Q, Coach Morgan, whatever. It's still the same thing.
I ain't trying to back crawl the field, Coach Q. So I'm gonna be extraordinarily respectful on this platform. But here we go. All my Langston University, show us some love. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Hey, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. Like I say, Kevin and I, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. Everybody around here is family, and you are now officially our new family member. Go check out over 200 episodes of Sports Life Talks you got next. I promise you, it's so much good stuff in there. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it, and you're going to feel like sharing it with some other people that need to hear it. But right now, the moment of truth is up on us. It is time for the Sports Life Talk initiation. Coach Q, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go, KT. Heat them up.
All right, Coach. Initiate you into the SLT family. You have to give us your top 5 music artists.
All right. Me being a New Orleans native, I got to start off with Soulja Slim. Okay. I start off with Soulja. I will go from there to Wayne, of course, Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Boosie is one of my all-time favorites. Lil Boosie.
Lucy.
Okay. That's 3. Mystical was one I really listened to coming up. Yeah. Mystical, and then Juvenile, man.
Juvie the Great.
Juvie the Great. Yeah. I'm a Louisiana guy. That's been my guys right there. My playlist, that ain't nothing but them.
Kevin, he went straight Louisiana, New Orleans the whole way through. All the way through. Kevin, that was fire.
Well, hey, at least 2 of y'all on this show is enjoying all that. I'll say that.
That's our first mystical. That's our first mystical, Kevin.
Oh, yeah, man. Mystical was a lyricist, man. If you grew up when the No Limit was popping, every time you put a No Limit CD, you want to know which one Mystical was featuring on, man.
Coming about that boot camp click.
Yeah, and see, out the boot camp click. Yeah, I was listening to Mystical when he was Big Boy Records. You hear me? So before he even hit No Limit, like, yeah.
Yeah, Mama there, Peter. Yeah, we know about old Mystical.
Yeah.
All right, so who are some of your favorite sports teams?
My favorite sports teams, of course, New Orleans Saints is my football team.
Nah. Yeah, there you go.
That's I've been a diehard Saints fan from jump. I would say from there, basketball wise, oh man, I'm not a real big basketball fan. I stopped watching it after the Michael Jordan era, really like that. So only thing I really watch now is just the championship series. But I'm starting to become a fan of Steph, man. I really do like it. I like Golden State. I like the simple fact that they persevere. They got I guess you would say, the black cloud off their head about them trying to have the big 3 with Durant and all that, and Steph was able to still go out and get that championship ring. And I love watching the smallest man on the court do his thing, So yeah, I would say my 2 basketball team would be that old Bulls team with MJ, and then right now with Steph and them, man, the Golden State Warriors.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for not saying LSU, because I don't know if I can stomach that one.
Oh man, no.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a good time to start supporting them Pelicans. Right now, they
absolutely. Hey, you know what? I did see them. Now they coming with that work. They young, they energetic. We got to get Zion to trim down a little bit, but when we get that boy to get right, they're gonna be ready to go. So yeah, I did get a chance to watch them. Now listen. And I'm an LSU fan now. My guy, Uncle Mickey Joseph, man. That's like my uncle. Man, look.
My goodness.
Yeah, man. He was the assistant head coach there, recruiting coordinator, receivers coach. I learned a lot from him. Man. And so I was a fan then.
I'm gonna tell you what I love about Mickey. Mickey is LSU, or he down South Louisiana, but Mickey give every kid in that area opportunity. He sent kids to Nebraska. He sent them to other schools all across the SEC. Mickey putting them kids on down there. That's what I love about him, for real.
I learned a lot from him and his brother Vance Joseph, who of course was in the NFL, was the head coach of Denver Broncos and now the defensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, I learned a lot from them gentlemen, man. Great stand-up guys, and that's like my family right there.
I'm in heaven right now, Kevin. This is my favorite show. I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's a lot of y'all out there that done this platform, but this is my guy, Coach Q. Man, it's Louisiana versus the world, Coach. It's Louisiana versus the world.
Oh man, hey, we put our backs against the wall.
Yes. You said this is your heaven, B. Jones, so you already know what this is for me.
Right, no, don't do me like that. Don't do it like that, man.
Coach, you want to hear a joke? Kevin he's a diehard Cowboys fan.
Oh Lord, yeah, we definitely on your neck, then.
Oh wait, man. Y'all get one championship and y'all start showing. You know what?
This is true. But this is true. You're absolutely right. But when the last time y'all won one?
Kevin, you were what?
When the last time? Michael Jackson doing the Super Bowl? That the last one? Was Michael Jackson doing the Super Bowl?
I want to get this show over with as quick.
I think it was Michael Jackson doing the Super Bowl halftime show. I think that was the last time. When y'all had prime. I think that might have been the last time when y'all had the great prime time.
Yep. It's okay, Kevin. It's okay, man. This is how we get down to Louisiana, baby. We talk trash. We talk cash money, baby.
I know this, boy. Both y'all done so we can move on. I mean, all
right, Kevin. I'm sorry. Take back.
All right, go ahead, Kev.
All right. So, who is your favorite superhero and why?
Man, I would say about a gentleman by the name of Ronnie Carter. We call him Coach Pep. It's a guy from my neighborhood that is my dad, and he was the trainer of the late Joe McKnight. So we had Joe McKnight was like a little brother to me. He was up under our wing, and he trained us, man. I'm talking about someone who just gave back to the community and never asked for a dime. He trains NFL guys. He trains just anybody who wants to better themselves, and he doesn't ask for a dime. Doesn't ask for the exposure. So to me, that would be my superhero right there. He's 67 years old, still can throw the ball about 60 yards. That would be my superhero, man. And that's a reality. That's not, fiction or anything like that,
Man, I miss Joe McKnight, man.
Yeah, man.
Joe McKnight has given me like the great feeling. He's broke my heart. He's done everything. I just love some Joe McKnight. Kevin, you know who Joe McKnight is, right?
USC, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Real quick, Coach, I went to Evangel Christian Academy in Shreveport, right? And the hurricanes happened, and Joe had left. He had left John
Curtis, and he came up there for a little bit, didn't he?
He came up there, right? And I never knew about him. This was back when social media wasn't like a big thing, and so the whole school was buzzing. Everybody in Shreveport like Joe McKnight. I was like, I went to the game. We had a little opening, little preseason scrimmage, and I was like, hey man, y'all tell me which one is Joe McKnight? And before I could even say it good, Joe McKnight took like a play, boop, boop, choo, gone, man. And I said, well, I know the boy in the way number 4.
Yeah, man, and it's just that was literally like a little brother, man. My mom played like softball together. I know his brothers, his sister Johanna, Jonathan. I know this. Yeah, man, we all grew up in the neighborhood, and it's called Kenner, right there by the airport when you fly into New Orleans. Yep. And, we grew up out of Lincoln Manor. The great Chris Howard come out of our neighborhood. He used to play with Michigan when they had Charles Woodson, running back. So yeah, that's my strip, man.
Kevin, log off. This is just for the be Coach Q and BJ. I'm telling you, man, we got to bring you back, Coach, for real, so we can just talk some Louisiana football. That is like super crazy.
Hey, let's just get on with the show now, man. I got nothing else to say. Let's go.
Hey, well, welcome to the family, Coach Q, man. So we already going down memory lane and we reminiscing. I saw you had that thought too. Now you was a defensive back player back in the day. Tell us a little bit about you coming up playing football.
I did, man. Actually, I played on both sides of the ball. Majority of my career was offense side of the ball. Did a little, running back, wide receiver, some special team, kickoff return, punt return. And then when I transitioned over to my senior year, I played a little bit of defensive back and had the opportunity to try out for some teams and just chose education, to be totally honest with you. I got in that stage where it was either, hey, let's try to, get this master's degree or continue to chase a dream.
It's so competitive. There's only so many jobs, and it's it's a grueling sport and taxing on the body. But you made that choice to go into coaching. When did that choice kind of click to you? Like, hey, I want to impact these kids, and I want to give back, in the other direction to help more kids get that opportunity, like an Antonio Denard. When did you decide to become a coach?
I had to be honest with you. It was already in my bloodline. My grandmother, my uncles, they're all recreational coaches and stuff like that. I just never thought that I would end up a coach, especially not football, because like when I was coming out of high school, to be totally honest with you, my first love was baseball. People don't know I was one of the top pitchers in the state of Louisiana coming out of high school. Just ran across the injury. And
what was you throwing? What was you hitting?
About 93.
Coach, that was good enough to make it into the Major League Baseball at 93. Yeah. And that's a young age. You would have kept developing.
Yep. And I had the opportunity to play for the great Roger Cador at Southern University. And my crab brother was no other than Ricky Weeks. We all were sweet mates and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but baseball was my first love. But what really got me into coaching, man, was the simple fact that I wanted to spread the knowledge about using the sport, not letting the sport use you. Okay, we got so many little brothers and sisters that they put all their eggs in one basket, man. But the sport can use you. And you got coaches out there that are users too. They take you for their own selfish benefits. Their win column goes up, and once you're done, you're graduated. They can care less what's next for you in real life. Wow. And so with me, it's bigger than football. You know, I teach my student athletes, hey man, we're gonna use this game. This game is not gonna use you. You know, when you get done with me, you're gonna have an idea of what's next in life if that NFL dream is not there.
Now, Coach, we talking about the NFL dream. And I love the fact that you framed it that way, because in my personal opinion, we're seeing now this genesis or this movement of HBCU finally. I'm talking about after years and years of being downtrodden and stepped on, we now see when these HBCUs starting to get a little bit of publicity. And this is still, honestly, Coach, this ain't even a slice of the cake yet. I mean, we got Prime and Eddie George at Tennessee State, and then now we got Grambling State when got Hugh Jackson, but it's still not even close to where we need it to be, right? And the reality is that most kids going to an HBCU have to excel at a far, far different level in order to even get a shot. What do you think the HBCU ranks need to do? Should we start our own league? I mean, what should happen to really get those kids more exposure? Because it's a travesty when we go through a 2021 draft and no HBCU kids were drafted. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
I think that those big advocates that you mentioned, Prime and Coach Hughes, Eddie George, you know, I think they got to speak up on these kids' behalf, because those names by themselves carry, you know, weight. And when they speak, people listen. So Prime is doing a great job, you know, and I would like to see more out of Coach George and Coach Hughes to speak up on these babies' behalf, because that's the only way it's going to get it done. It's going to take those individuals who have been on that level to speak up for these kids, man. Like the talent is there, you know, and it's just sad that the criteria is tougher, you know, and we got to get out of the stigma just because they go to HBU that they haven't been coached or they're undisciplined. You know, that's the thing. They're trying to say they're not coached and they're undisciplined, but if you look back at the records, all your record holders in the NFL, HBCU players.
And not only that, Coach, I'm not as old as I probably should be, but I'm just saying, I look back, I was watching this special the other day about Grambling versus, I think it was a team out of DC. What was the team out of DC? Was it Howard? I can't remember. One of the biggest games ever. They filled up Yankee Stadium, Kevin. They filled up Yankee Stadium, and it was probably one of the craziest games. It's a special. You got to go watch this documentary. It just show you like Grambling was like one of the number one team in the nation. Was putting out NFL players left and right, bro. It was a crazy documentary.
And it probably was the great Eddie Robinson was the head coach. Was probably
Eddie Robinson was head coach. Yep.
Absolutely.
But since we turning this into a little bit of HBCU pep rally, Coach, you played HBCU at Jackson State. You played baseball at HBCU in Southern. You played at Langston. You coached at Langston. So you HBCU through and through. You see the vision. You bought into it.
But you won't believe what got me into HBCU football. Okay, so my superhero that I was telling you about, he was an Alcorn graduate. He played baseball for the University of Alcorn State. And at the age of probably about 8 or 9, he took me to go watch this man play quarterback by the name of Steve McNair.
Al McNair.
Al McNair, I was sold. Like, I have never seen that many, first and foremost, I have never seen that many people that look like me gather together, supporting one another and having a great time, okay, with no conflict, you know, and it was just a great atmosphere, and it was just something that I had to be a part of. It made me want more coming from the city of New Orleans, so it was just a proud moment for me as a child, and it just made me want to have more, and I just know I had to be around that surrounding. And so that's how I really ended up like, hey, if I'm end up at the HBCU, I'm happy. I'm learning more about my heritage, you know. So it was great. That was the determining factor right there.
Hold up, B. Jones. He said the surroundings, so we got to do a follow up on that, B. Jones. Tell us about the scenery, Coach. That's what we want to know about.
Man, it's beautiful.
Scenery.
The scenery was beautiful, man. Just to see, you know, people getting together with no fighting. No, none of that. You know, it was, you know, both sides of the stands packed. It's just like you said, I'm looking at 30, 40,000 people, you know what I'm saying, that look like me in there enjoying themselves. You know, it's not a concert or anything like that until halftime hit, of course. But it was just the atmosphere, man. The barbecue smell, smiles, the hospitality of the people around, and just being in that atmosphere, man. I just wanted to be a part of it.
Hey, Coach, I want to say this for the record, KT. People always throw up that violence on these HBCU campuses as if these frats on PWIs don't get in fights and they don't have drunken conduct and disorderly. Man, that's a kid thing.
It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere. It's just that I feel like it's magnified when it's done on our campus.
That's right. Yeah. That is absolutely right.
So now, Coach, I'm sorry, Kevin. Go. That's my last time cutting you off. You got to let us know when homecoming is, man, so we can go up there and see
I want to come see Langston play.
Well, Kevin, y'all gonna have to come on down, man. I could be wrong, but I think our homecoming is around the 22nd of October. But I'll double check and get you guys the actual date. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna tell you so, Kevin. It's a beautiful question because that's what I wanted to talk about. I think glorifying HBCU, we kind of glossed over the fact that, Coach, you ain't no chump out here. You have amassed a 47-14 record. I looked at you've been the head coach since 2015. There hasn't been a losing season. I saw seasons on there like 10-2, like 9-3. Like you putting it on folks' heads, Coach. I mean, what's the secret sauce, man? You found success. I knew you was gonna be successful because you got it out the mud in Louisiana, that clay dirt, right? But you took that thing up there to Langston, and now you got a winning program, man.
Yeah. It's I would think my secret to success is actually caring about my student athletes. You ever heard that expression? If you love your coach, you'll run through a brick wall for him.
Yep.
So man, it's a family atmosphere up here. I keep an open door policy with my kids, man. I want to know more than what just happens on the football field. They come talk to me about real life because it's some trials and tribulations that I've been through in life that I can actually help them and give them advice on. So, they know that, hey, man, my coach care about me. He'll put his back against the wall. He'll go to war for me. So they go to so they go to war for me on the football field, So it's vice versa. And it's hard for me to get games, though. I'm going to keep it real with you. I call them out, man. I call them out. It don't matter. I don't care.
They don't want to play.
Man, look, man. I call them out. The price of tea in China has changed, so they got to pay me to play me. So you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna get a very good team, and sometimes that kind of like stir away them Division I AA's, and I really don't get no feedback from the Division IIs and HBCUs. So yeah, man. So, but it's great. I play in a PWI league, so we have to be on it. Yeah, our X and O games are up to par, so we feel like we can coach with anybody that we line up with, and we feel like our student athletes can play with anybody we line up with.
Ooh, Kevin, you got me geeked up, man. Oh my goodness. Hey, oh man, I forgot my thought. I'm so super excited about this right now. All right, so Coach, when does your season start? Y'all about to report to camp, right?
Yeah, we're actually in camp. We're going through installations right now. So we're doing a lot of board work, basically doing a lot of cerebral work for the guys. We like to, I believe in free your mind, free your feet. So once we get the board work down packed, we let our athletic ability take over from there. First game will be September 4th. I'm taking a slow transition, though, with my guys because of the heat factor. So, those are my babies, man. I got to make sure that they are all okay. So, no, I'm going to be honest with you, man. My babies we get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We practice. So, yeah, the very first lights on, Highway 33, you ride through there.
I want to play for you, Coach. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like you're the type of coach I would have loved to play for. Real quick, Kevin, who was the running back we had from Langston? Wow, we had
Whitfield.
Tim Whitfield. He's been on our show.
That's one of my babies right there.
That boy is a dog, man. That kid is a dog.
He's one of our I want to say single season record holders right now.
Yep.
And I've been knowing that baby. Me and his dad played some arena ball together. I've been knowing Tim since he was about the age of about 7 years old, man. And it was just a pleasure for me to see that baby career go the way it did, man, and I'm so proud of him. Even right now, he's tearing up the arena league.
He's tearing up the arena league.
Yeah, listen. Big boy.
Hey, I had the opportunity. I was watching some of his highlights playing at Langston, and I couldn't believe it. It was my first time being exposed to Langston University, and I literally looked at it. I was like, why is this dude not playing at the next level? Like, how does this happen? How does somebody so talented? And you're right, Coach. Even just watching the football, your team was well coached. All the blocking assignments was hit. It was downfield blocking. I mean, everything you want to see was happening on that film. And I like I said, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Y'all better start watching some of this football, man. Y'all better start watching what these HBCUs is doing, and especially down there in Langston. All right, Coach. Well, me and Kevin, we got a little tradition here. It is that time of the show where we call this the championship rounds. Coach Q, welcome to the championship rounds. Well, now you are officially calling all the shots. Have you ever played Would You Rather before?
I haven't, but let's go.
All right. Well, the rules are very simple. I will give you an option. Kevin will give you an option. You select one of those options. Whichever option you select, that host will gain a point. The first host to get 2 points or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. All right. And Kevin is our defending champion, so I would let him go first.
And before we get started, Coach, I'm the one that reached out to you on Twitter just to let you know.
Hey, Ken, man, I promise I'm not stacking the hand on you, Ken. Let's go, baby.
I had 2 cousins that went to Langston. Okay, well, never mind. All right, so would you rather have a football shoe made by Nike, named after you, and the proceeds go to a scholarship in your name, or
would you rather have a New Orleans award handed to you or named after you based off of a kid that comes out of the area of New Orleans and that's a trailblazer and has success at the next level? So basically a scholarship or something like that named after you to help a New Orleans kid.
Ooh. Go. Both. Already have both. Anything to help the kids, I'm okay with. I would have to say, Kevin, I think yours might be because you didn't have a specific on how many kids. Yours is basically
That's a good point.
Yeah, so I can help more with Kevin's situation as opposed to just one in New Orleans. I would like to help more than just one if I could.
There it is. All right, Kevin. That's what I'm gonna do.
How you doing it? That's your peoples, man. That is your people.
All right, round number 2. Let's go.
All right, would you rather host a traveling cooking show where you interview athletes at their places to eat, at their favorite places to eat in their hometowns, or
would you rather have Last Chance U do a documentary on you highlighting your program on Netflix?
Last Chance U, baby. I would have to do that one now because I would really love for my university to get the exposure that it deserves, and they can see what kind of program we run here along with the type of student athletes we have here.
All right, so we 1-1, Kevin. For all of the marbles, here we go. Last one, Coach. Would you rather coach a player that eventually becomes a coach, wins a championship ring, and just like you gave Coach Pep props, they sit there and they say, hey, Coach Q Morgan, he's the one that inspired me, gave me the blueprint, and that's why I found success? Or
anything else you want to add to it, B. Jones? Good grief. All right, would you rather coach a player that gets drafted to the NFL and in their Hall of Fame speech, they credit you for their success?
So you got a coach that goes on to coach and wins rings, basically part of your coaching tree, or a player that has success. You can say, hey, I coached that player. So it's either I coached him and I made a coach, or I coached him and he became a great player.
Kevin, I'm not being biased on this one here, brother, but I would rather have that coach because he's going to touch more lives than an NFL player. He's going to have more of a personal impact and a direct impact. You know, NFL player has a pretty strenuous schedule, and I know that with a coach, he's going to at least touch 100 lives per season. You know what I'm saying? Because every year we get in these babies and you know, to mold them into being productive citizens in society, especially now, we need more positive young black men out there in this society. So I would have to say that coach.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, you impacted one person's life, I know for a fact.
Yeah, I can tell you how you impacted mine, too.
Yeah! Everybody from Louisiana, I did this one for y'all, baby. We in here. Well,
Coach, I'm gonna tell you this
let's
right now,
go.
Coach.
Kevin, put your L's up and I'll put the trophy down.
Man,
Put your L's up and I'll put the belt down.
hell no. Hey, Coach, I'm gonna let you know this right now. Anybody that's named Brandon or from Louisiana, I lose that episode. It never fails. So I was
No, man. Look, but you know what? You did have a great, scenario though. You did. Of course, NFL players can be role models, man. They can, but it's just, college coaches are more approachable. If you think about it, those NFL players even reflect back to the coach that helped them to get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
no, I hear
you touch
man.
more lives. You touch more lives.
You don't owe him no explanation.
I'm with you, man. It's great. I love everything you just said, but I'm tired of losing to people that's from Louisiana.
Oh, Coach Morgan, this is absolutely the best. You just put the cherry on top of this thing. It's literally my favorite episode, man. We've had some studs on here too. All right, Coach, let's close this thing out. The title of the show is You Got Next. I know for a fact I want to come see this team play, but what does the future hold for you, Coach Q? You plan on being at HBCU forever? You plan on going to a PWI, Power 5, NFL? What does the future hold for you, Coach Q?
Man, God knows, man. And right now, this is where He has me at, and I am just grateful for the opportunity that I have. I just try to take each day and just make the best of it. And if this is what God want me to be at, this is what God want me to do. I'm just going with it. I'm not going against the grains of the grass.
All right,
Coach. So, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
My shout out would definitely be to, first and foremost, my president, Dr. Ken Smith Jr., my athletic director, my tremendous football staff that I have, my guys on my team, and my superhero. Like I told you, Coach Pep, my family, my beautiful babies, Addison Carter and 𝐦𝐨𝐬, my whole Langston Nice family that supports me. That would be my shout out.
All right, Coach. So this is a part of the show where you get the chance to call out the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿 and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same. With this said,
I would say I will go with Coach Kevin Griffin, who is my defensive coordinator right now. He has a great following. He's a great networker, great recruiter, good guy. I would like to see him get on here and do something like this. I think this would be fun for him.
Okay, wait. Is he from Louisiana?
No, he's not from Louisiana.
I got a friend. His name is Kevin, so I got
Oh, that boy, man.
Yeah. He's actually the younger brother of Quinton Griffin that used to play for OU.
No, really?
Yeah. So you'll have fun with him. He's a good dude.
All right. Hey, Quinton Griffin from San Diego. Well, back when it was San Diego, I think. So
yeah.
All right, baby.
All right. Well, Coach. Well, first off, Coach Kevin, we coming. The other Coach Kevin, we coming to get you. Look out for us to reach out to you. But Coach Q, man, I appreciate you so much. You've taken me down memory lane. I'm so excited. I'm gonna watch this show like
oh man, I enjoy myself.
Just like everybody else. I can't even wait to watch this episode back. And we gonna chop it up backstage and talk a little bit more. But Coach Q, I love what you had to say. I love your vibe, your energy. Man, you are extraordinary. And you got next. Sports Life Talk Nation. This is why we do it. This is how we do it. Hey, this is a banger. I don't know how you could watch a show like this and not be ready to run through a brick wall. I'm telling y'all, share this with somebody. It's people out there that need to hear this message. I know you've enjoyed yourself like I did. But hey, let's keep this momentum going. Smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Let's do this, man. Hey, I need all my Louisiana people to show some love right now. And listen, Kevin and I, we are maniacal about interacting, about hanging out with the family members. So come hang out with us Wednesday nights at 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream on YouTube. So if you did smash subscribe, you'll get a notification bell. You come hang out with us and talk live about everything. Sports, sneakers, fashion, pop culture. It's a crazy show. And listen, because we showing love down in NO and Langston, we giving out free t-shirts. It don't matter. If 100 of y'all go to our IG page, then 100 of y'all gonna get a free t-shirt. This is all you got to do. Go to @SportsLifeTalk on IG, tag in 5 friends, right? Tag in 5 people, tell them about the show, get them to go watch the show. You don't have to get them to go watch, but just tell them about the show and let us know your size and your address, and we're going to shoot you over a t-shirt. It's just that simple. Kevin, what am I missing, man? I'm everything right now is like a blur, man.
Man, I do got one more shout out though, man. And I don't know how I forgot this lady, but my mom definitely, she's my biggest supporter.
My dude.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely, man. I forgot that. And I would feel bad if I'd have got off this show and I'd say, man, I ain't shout out my mama. Shame on me. Yeah, but I enjoyed it, fella. This has been a great show. I look forward to seeing more of you guys' shows, man. I really do.
Hey, we can't wait, Coach. We can't wait to have you back, man. All right, Kevin. I'll let you finish with the class word. Even though you're a Cowboy fan, we'll let you close us out.
See, just because you said it, I'm done. Thank you, Coach, for rocking with us. And I'm glad I reached out to you, Coach, to get you on the show. To see B. Jones act like this, man, like a little fangirl, is just great, man. Thank you so much, Coach.
Well, Kevin, I just need you to do me one favor before we get off here.
What the hell ever.
After you back it up, then stop. What drop it like it's hot. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Hey, respect each other and love one another, because together as a people, we are better. And keep dreaming big, everybody, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.